What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's video. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do kind of a quick overview of the STL Tonality Andy James plugin. Now, if you guys haven't seen it already, we just recently uploaded a playthrough video playing the track that we recorded using the STL Tonality plugin. I was really excited for this plugin when it came out because I'm a huge Andy James fan. I'm a huge fan of that classic metal shred style that he plays. I've been watching him since all the way back when he was doing Lick Library. I've been watching Andy James for a long time and I was really excited for this to come out. What we're gonna do today is just kind of briefly go over the plugin. I'm gonna show you guys some of the different options that this plugin comes with. Then we're gonna get into some tones. Now, the tones that I'm gonna show you guys, there's obviously a lot of presets that come in these things, so I'm gonna show you guys the presets that we actually used on the track. So let's go ahead and dive into this. Let me show you guys around a little bit and then let's listen to this thing. So looking at the face of this thing, just like other plugins, if you've purchased anything else from STL Tones, at this point it looks very familiar. At the very bottom you have your noise gate here, you've got your tuner here, which is going crazy. Let me shut that off for right now. You've got your amp select, you've got your cab select, and then over here you have your various sections of the plugin itself. So here you have a stomp section, which is a little different than most stomp sections because this one actually includes a preamp. Most stomp sections in the plugins usually just have, you know, like your overdrive and things like that, whatever they decided to include before the amplifier, but this one actually has a physical preamp in it, which actually acts as an amplifier when you go over here and bypass the amp section and just go straight to the power amp section, which is pretty cool because if you guys haven't seen, I don't know if they've released it yet or not, I'm gonna have to double check, but Andy James is releasing a physical pedal called the Revenant pedal, which I'm really stoked to see too, but they included that in the plugin. So moving on from that, you have, of course, your amp section here. You've got your cab section. You've got 3 cabs, and then of course you can load your own impulse response. Over here you have your after effects, which is your delay, your reverb, and this lo-fi pedal. Of course, up here you have your preset bank, which allows you to import and export all of your presets. And then of course you have a drop-down list with the Andy James presets. You have a list of the Andy James custom presets and then the STL Tone presets. Now, one of the things that I think is really cool about the STL Tone plugins that are coming out is you have this mixer mode here, which allows you to blend multiple amplifiers and multiple cabs together to form one cool tone. I think that's pretty cool. Just to touch on this really quick, this one did come with a standalone version, kind of like the new Neural DSP plugins have been coming out with, meaning you can just open this up right off of your desktop and use it without having to open your digital audio workstation, which is really convenient when you just want to plug in and jam. All right, so enough talking, enough checking this thing out. Let's get into some of the tones. All right, so here we are on screen with the plugin. This is the default setting when you guys first open up the plugin, and honestly, this one sounds absolutely killer. This is the rhythm tone that you hear on the track that we recorded, and it sounds absolutely fine the way that it is. Honestly, all I did was EQ just a little bit of the top end sizzle out of it and a little bit of the low end, and that was it. I mean, it just sounds so good. Check this out. That one sounds really good. Now this is one of my favorite ones right here because I love that lead work that Andy James does. Amp 2. Amp 2 is just so nice. Now this Amp 2 is what I ended up using on the leads on the track that we put out. And all I really ended up doing to this was going over here to the After Effects section. I went over here into the signal and I kind of turned it down a little bit on both of them just so that it sat a little bit better in the mix. I found that the reverb and the delay was kind of pulling it out of the mix a little much for at least my mix. So I just turned them down a little bit and that was it. Didn't do anything. I didn't do any post EQing, anything like that to the lead tone. So check this out. Sick. All right, so moving on, one of my favorite parts of this plugin is the clean tone. Now, they modeled an AC30, and I don't know how they did it so well, but this is the best one I've ever seen. Now, check this out. That sounds beautiful. If you guys are looking for a plugin that's going to sound absolutely amazing out of the box, and what I mean by that is you're going to be able to drop it over your DIs without really having to do anything, without having to post EQ too much, without having to fix anything, this is definitely the plugin for you guys. I've been a huge fan of Andy James, like I said before, for a long time, but I didn't expect for this thing to be so good on everything. It's got crushing rhythm tone, it's got amazing lead tone, and like I said, those cleans. That AC30 model is just so nice. I just love coming in here and playing through that clean preset. It's just absolutely awesome. I also want to thank STL Tones. They reposted the video playthrough that we put out a couple of days ago on their Instagram. So if you guys aren't following us on social media, we release all of our playthroughs on there. We've got some really cool stuff that we don't release on YouTube. Whenever we get new gear, you're going to see it on there first. So I'm going to link our accounts down in the description. They should be popping up somewhere on the screen somewhere. Yeah, make sure to go ahead and follow us. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to leave you guys with a playthrough that we just recently put out using the STL Tonality Andy James. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video.